I want to talk to my chosen ones. The ones who, every time you get ahead 5 steps, here comes something knocking you 10 steps back. Every time, you try to do something that somebody else do, you get caught. They don't never get caught, but you get caught. The ones who decided to take up your cross, the ones that got to break the generational curses in the family, the ones that just, you ain't asked for it, but here you are. Do not give up. Whatever you do, continue to look to God. You got to remember, He already predestined you for the journey. He knew you when you was formed in your mother's womb. Before you was formed in your mother's womb, He already knew you. So that means He already equipped you for the journey. But you have to align yourself to get activated to receive what it is, the assignment He has on your life. You got to remember that the race is not given to the swift. Remember that He tells us to lean not on our own understanding. I know you feel misunderstood, but lean not on your own understanding. You got to remember He tell us His ways is not like our ways. So it could seem like all hell is breaking loose, but I guarantee you all things are working together. Tune out the outside world. Don't worry about, the family members that don't understand your journey, because the thing about it is so many people will want you to do better until it doesn't include them. Until you actually start doing better, then they'll say it don't take all that. But only you and God know that you cannot do the same things that other people are doing. You can't do it the same way. So it might not take all of that for them, but it takes all of that for you. You got to understand that even though you didn't ask to be the one to do it, you're the one that He chose to do it. You have to be the one that take all the hits for everybody. Because things have to break. And God equipped you. He chose you to break those things out the family. The things in the bloodline. So even if they're talking, even if they're conspiring behind you, even if He tell you to let all these people go, you have to do what God is requiring you. You got to continue to look to the hills from which your help come from. Remember that your help come from the Lord. It does not come from man. So He's going to ask you to do some things you don't want to do. And it's going to look a certain way to a lot of people. You must continue to move forward so that your family can come right behind you. Some of the same ones that talked about you, the same ones that persecuted you, they could just flow. Because I guarantee you, when you reach the destination, so many people are going to be trying to figure out how. They don't know the silent battles. They don't know what you endure. And the truth is, if they had to endure it, they couldn't even stand a chance against it. So why you think you keep getting hit so hard? I know it don't feel good, but why do you think you got it harder than everybody else? Because the enemy know what time it is concerning you. But God sees your expected end. Yes, you may be going through it, but He is with you. Do not grow weary in well doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. He will allow you to go through the shame. He will allow people to doubt you. He will allow people to say whatever they need to say. One thing you need to remember is God says He prepares a table in the presence of our enemies. Jesus went through the same thing. He went through persecution. You got to go through persecution. Let me tell you, I'm to the point where I truly understand when the elders be saying the oil costs. If they are not talking, if they are not conspiring, who at the table? Romans 8:18. The present suffering is not to be compared to the glory that will be revealed in us. The enemy will come and try to tempt you to throw in the towel. God said, His strength is made perfect in your weakness. Continue to look forward. Walk with clean hands and a pure heart. And guess what? Some days your flesh will try to, flesh. Flesh wars with the spirit. Many times I'm like, hey, God. And I had to submit myself back. God, you help me. You see this? You know what's going on? You help me. What God is doing before you is going to be so big. Once you pass the test and you grace yourself past all of this, just understand what God has for you is for you. Stay the course.